Good morning. Welcome to one of our most exciting days here in the history of Suffolk Public Library and our downtown community. My name is Jennifer Moore, and I'm the Director of Communications for the City of Suffolk. And it is truly my honor to welcome you as we celebrate the grand opening of the new Downtown Suffolk Library. Before my remarks, I'd like to recognize a few dignitaries, some of which have a speaking part in today's program. We have the members of our Suffolk City Council, Honorable Mayor Michael Duman, our Vice Mayor Lou Ward, Council Member Shelley Butler Barlow, Council Member Leroy Bennett, Council Member Tim Johnson, Council Member Leotis Williams, and Council Member Ebony Wright. We have our City Manager, Kevin Hughes, our two Deputy City Managers, Gary Jones and Aziz Felder. We have representative from our architects on the project, Quinn Evans, including Chuck Ray, Chris Harrison, and Shannon Ray. We have representatives from E.T. Gresham, including Billy Gresham Jr., Brandon Armstrong, Elmer Bragg, and Shane Griffin. And of course, our library director, Clint Rudy, assistant director, Minerva Hernandez Garcia, and the entire Suffolk Public Library staff. Gary Williams, president of the Friends of the Library, and their board members. Special thank you to our capital program staff, city staff, capital programs and buildings, public utilities, public works, IT, finance, procurement, and the many other departments who help make this possible. We have our constitutional officers, Sheriff David Miles, Commonwealth Attorney Narendra Plez, Treasurer Andrew Owen, Commissioner of the Revenue Susan Draper, and Clerk of Circuit Court Randy Carter. We also have a representative on behalf of Congresswoman Jen Kiggins. That's Tyler Edmonds. Thank you for being here. We have Senator Emily Jordan, Delegate Casey Carnegie, Delegate Nadarius Clark, and Russell Shorts, representing the Governor's Office of Abigail Spanberger. We also have members of our Planning Commission and our Library Board. And finally, most importantly, our guests, you, the citizens of Suffolk, whose ideas and feedback help shape this extraordinary library. Wow, that was a long list of people. But everyone shows up for a library grand opening, right? So just over 2 years ago, we stood together on this very site for a groundbreaking ceremony. And at that time, we celebrated a vision. And today, that vision is a reality. Over the last 2 years, I've had the unique privilege of watching these four walls transform into something much greater than a building. I've watched concrete become classrooms, steel become gathering spaces, and empty rooms fill with friendships where our imagination will grow and lifelong learning will flourish. And honestly, it's been nothing short of magical. As a mother of two young children, this library holds a special place in my heart. My family spends a lot of time at our local libraries, North Suffolk and Morgan Memorial. And I've experienced firsthand how these spaces spark curiosity, encourage creativity, and create lasting memories. And that's why I know that this simply is not an opening of a beautiful building, that this is the opening of a place that will change lives for generations to come. And of course, what truly makes a library extraordinary is not the architecture, it's the people. Today, you'll notice our incredible library staff is proudly wearing their colorful tie-dye shirts. Those shirts are a perfect reflection of who they are, welcoming, creative, vibrant, and passionate about serving the community. They've worked tirelessly behind the scenes to prepare for this day, and every day they've dedicated themselves to helping others learn, discover, and connect. They are the heart of the Suffolk Public Library, and please join me in giving them a well-deserved round of applause. And I'd like to know where I can get a tie-dye shirt, because those are awesome. Now I have something to admit, that right after the groundbreaking ceremony 2 years ago, I bought these book-themed earrings in anticipation of today's ribbon cutting. And for anyone who enjoys a new piece of jewelry, it's really hard to buy something and not wear it. So I waited for the special occasion, and today is the day. So it was worth the wait. I am thrilled to finally wear them and to show them off as we cut the ribbon today. So today's celebration belongs to all of us. It belongs to everyone who dreamed big, worked hard, and believed in the power of investing in our community. Most importantly, it belongs to our citizens, you, whose voices help shape the library into a place specifically designed for you. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce someone who has been a steadfast champion for our community and for projects to enhance the quality of life for Suffolk residents. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Michael D. Duman to the lectern.
Wow. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Are we glad to be here this morning? Are we excited? Well, I stand corrected. This is not a good morning. This is an outstanding morning, a monumental morning, a joyful morning, a memorable morning, an historic morning. Y'all want me to go on? No, I'm on a time limit, so I can't do that. But I will tell you that during my years serving on city council and as mayor, I've had the privilege of attending hundreds of ribbon cuttings, celebrating small businesses, major employers, new city facilities, and countless important milestones in our community. But standing here today, I can say without hesitation, in my opinion, a few moments have been as meaningful and impactful as the one we celebrate this morning. What a tremendous day for the citizens of Suffolk. Welcome to the grand opening of our new Downtown Suffolk Library. Today we celebrate the realization of a vision that has been more than 25 years in the making. Planning for a new downtown library began in 1999, and today we stand together to open the doors to a facility that will serve this community for generations to come. When we gathered here for the groundbreaking, we spoke about building more than bricks and mortar. We talked about creating a place where learning, innovation, opportunity, and community could come together under one roof. We envisioned a library that would honor Suffolk's proud history while preparing us for an even brighter future. And today, that vision has become a reality. This beautiful new library represents far more than a new building. It represents an investment in people, an investment in opportunity, and an investment in the future of the city of Suffolk. At nearly 38,000 square feet, more than twice the size of the Morgan Memorial Library, this facility gives us the ability to provide services and opportunities that simply were not possible before. What makes this building especially meaningful is that it was designed by listening to our community. Our citizens told us what they wanted in a place that welcomed everyone, from our youngest readers to lifelong learners, from entrepreneurs and job seekers to homeschool families, community organizations, and seniors. And as you walk through this building today, you will see that vision brought to life. You will find more than 100 public access computers, dedicated maker spaces, a digital maker lab where creativity and technology intersect, expanded meeting rooms equipped with modern technology, study rooms, conference rooms, and gathering spaces that will serve everything from tutoring sessions to civic meetings to small business workshops. Our children now have over 5,700 square feet dedicated entirely to learning, imagination, exploration, and discovery. Young adults have a space designed specifically for them. And we are especially proud that this facility provides permanent space for the Early Childhood Development Commission and the Suffolk Literacy Council, organizations that strengthen lives and create opportunity every single day. But perhaps the most important feature of this building is not something you can measure in square feet. It is what will happen inside these walls. A child will discover the joy of reading for the very first time. A student will find a quiet place to study and pursue their dreams. Someone searching for a new career will gain access to skills and technology that they may not otherwise have. An entrepreneur will launch a business idea. Neighbors who have never met before will gather here, build relationships, and strengthen the bonds of community. That is what libraries do. They connect us, not only to information, but to one another. This library also represents another important milestone in the continued revitalization of downtown Suffolk. Great downtowns are anchored by places that bring people together, places that create energy, places that create opportunity, and places that strengthen community. This library will do exactly that. It will become a destination that attracts residents and visitors alike, supports surrounding businesses, and adds new life and energy to the heart of our city. Projects like this do not happen without dedicated people working together toward a common goal. I want to thank my colleagues on City Council, our Library Advisory Board, the Suffolk Public Library staff led by Director Clint Rudy, City Manager Kevin Hughes, Deputy City Manager Gary Jones, city staff, our architects, engineers, and contractors, and the many residents who helped shape this project by sharing their ideas and vision throughout this process. This building reflects your dedication and your commitment to Suffolk's future. And most importantly, I want to thank the citizens of Suffolk. This is your library. May it be filled with children discovering new worlds through books, students achieving their dreams, families making memories together, neighbors building community, and lifelong learners continuing to grow and thrive. Years from now, people may not remember this ribbon-cutting ceremony, but they will surely remember the experience they've had inside these walls. They will remember the opportunities they discovered here. They will remember the futures that began here. And that is the true significance of what we celebrate today. Congratulations to everyone who helped make this extraordinary day possible, and welcome to our new Downtown Suffolk Library. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Duman. I did say he was one of our biggest champions, but another one of our big champions is the borough representative for the downtown borough, and that's Councilmember John Rector.
Greetings and good morning to everybody. This is indeed, as the mayor said, a great day for the city of Suffolk. And I want to once again welcome all of our distinguished visitors and our honored guests. When I spoke at the groundbreaking event for this library, I spoke around the theme of keeping hope alive. This library project has been on the capital improvement books for as long as I, or anyone for that matter, can remember. But here, in the form of this building behind me, is a testament to when patience and perseverance meet the opportunity to get things done. This library, even today, is so much more than what was initially planned for over 20 years ago, both in size and where it is currently located. What we have now in this magnificent edifice behind me is a library unlike anything that this great city has ever seen before. Inside these walls, you will find specialized areas that will serve the citizens of every age group, from the youngest of our children to the more seasoned citizens such as myself. Virtually every square inch of this new library has been well planned and well thought out to bring life and vitality to our city. I have often been heard describing our downtown as the night sky that is lit up with bright stars scattered all around. The opening of this new library will add yet another bright star to the constellation that we call Downtown Suffolk. So let's get this library open and let it begin its long journey of serving the citizens of Suffolk. Thank you very much for attending, and now I would like to introduce our delegate to the State House of Representatives representing the 84th District, the Honorable Nadarius Clark.
Good morning. It is a beautiful day, and it's a pleasure to be here today with Mayor Duman, Councilman Rector, Senator Jordan, and Director Rudy, and all of you today as we celebrate this exciting day for the city of Suffolk. You know, when people think about a library, they often think about books, but a library has always been so much more than that. It's where children discover a love of reading, students prepare for their future, entrepreneurs find resources, veterans can access resources, and families can come together to learn something new. That's why today matters. This building represents an investment in people. It says that we believe every child deserves a chance to dream, every adult deserves the opportunity to keep learning, and every member of our community deserves access to the tools that help them succeed. As your delegate, I'm proud to support investments like this because they strengthen our neighborhood and create opportunities that will last for generations. When we invest in education, literacy, and community spaces, we invest in the future of Suffolk. I also want to thank everyone who has made this day possible, from our city leaders to library staff and everyone in between that worked behind the scenes. Your vision and dedication has given our community something truly special. My hope that in years from now, families will look back and remember this library as the place where they found their favorite book, where they landed a new job or started a new chapter, or simply just found a place where they belong. And congratulations to the City of Suffolk on this wonderful milestone. Thank you for allowing me to take part in today, and I look forward to seeing all of the lives changed here at this library. Thank you so much. And now I have the honor to introduce our Senator Emily Jordan.
Well, good morning. It's such a beautiful day, but I'm going to take off my hat as a senator and talk about a little girl that used to drive down West Washington Street and go to the original Morgan Memorial Library. So today means so much for me because I'll get to go inside and take a book off a shelf of a vision that came reality, which is very, very cool. I remember long before I was elected, I used to sit down at the Plaid Turnip at a round table with a whole bunch of people who really love downtown. And to see today happen is very, very meaningful. But today is so much more about the community than it is about just one building. Many years ago, people talked about how anchoring West Washington Street would be the new ingress into downtown. And indeed, I think we've arrived at that moment. Downtown is becoming more walkable. City Hall has moved back. The library is here. The park has happened. All those things are happening in cohesion, and it did not happen overnight. It didn't happen without a vision. So to the mayor, to council, to Clint, to all of you, the library staff, you guys are just truly the foundation of what makes this place tick and work. So thank you all to the love that you're going to pour into this building. It is such a great day because the one thing we know about libraries is they're the great equalizer. Everybody who walks into this space, whether they're young or old, it does not matter. There is something here for everybody. This is the new innovative space, whether it be books, whether it be technology access. This is going to be the great equalizer for an entire community, and it's such an honor to see it finally come to fruition. Growing up in Suffolk and seeing what this space has become from just a vision on a piece of paper is truly impactful, and I cannot wait for the great first-time reader and the literacy that will occur in this space is truly impactful. So when you leave here today, don't make it the last time you're here. Make sure you come back. Make sure you pour yourselves and your family, your friends and your neighbors into creating and continuing this great space for generations to come. It's an honor to be here. Congratulations again to the library staff, to Clint, to our entire city council, our mayor, and everyone who had a hand in making sure every single brick was properly placed and every book was properly cataloged. It is just an honor to be in your presence and to celebrate this auspicious occasion with you all. Congratulations.
I now have the distinct pleasure in welcoming the man to the podium who really made all of this possible, the Director of Libraries, Mr. Clint S. Fruity.
Well, welcome everyone. We are very excited about this new opportunity. First, I want to recognize my Library Advisory Board. Many of them have been on the board before I even started, and so they've been championing this building for a long time. And as the mayor said, it was 26 years in planning, and I've only been here since 2013, so I've only been here for half of that time. I also want to do a special recognition for Ernestine Langston. She was a longtime board member, champion of education, literacy in the city, and unfortunately, she's no longer with us, so she didn't get to see this day, but I want to take time to recognize her because she was really on the forefront of contacting council, everyone just trying to make this happen. So thank you, Ernestine. I also want to recognize the Early Childhood Development Commission. This commission was moved to the library a few years ago, and it's just been a wonderful partnership. We've really done some really great things, and I look forward to seeing how much more we can do with this new space. And I also want to recognize library staff. You mentioned that they're all wearing the same shirt. They've really championed this process, really challenged me on making it the best building that it can be, recognizing what the community actually needs. And if you know Morgan Memorial Library, we had lots of challenges there. And some of them have been here since Morgan Memorial Library was only supposed to be a temporary space from 1986. So we are finally here. Last, I don't want to forget my boss, Aziz Felder. He had to hear lots of conversations about my comments, my questions, my concerns throughout this whole process. So thank you, Z, for listening. So how did we get here? So I arrived 13 years ago, and I always share this story, and I know the Vice Mayor is going to recognize it. Vice Mayor Lou Ward came up to me one of the first times I met him and said, "What are we going to do about our libraries?" He was having to go to the Chesapeake Public Library for space. North Suffolk Library did not have any meeting spaces at the time. And so I really thought, this is a challenge. He threw down this challenge, let's make it happen. And so my real thought was, we can and deserve nice things, so let's do it. And so we really started to think about our mission and vision. How do we strategize? How do we get community feedback and input from all of you? How do we really find that need? And one of the things we heard is spaces. People want space to gather, learn, discuss, debate, and work. So in order to be listened and responsive to those needs, we had to be proactive and not reactive and really prepare for the future. So in 2014, we worked with the landlord of the Chuckatuck Library to do Chuckatuck Library Lift. We were able to do new carpeting, furniture, lighting, and create a 10-person meeting space. In 2014, we took advantage of City Hall moving and took some of the repurposed old furniture, which we still are using today, to really spice up our areas. In 2016, we did a reorganization of North Suffolk to really try to make it more modern and more friendly to usage of space. And then, going back to Early Child Development Commission, we used some funding from them to create 3 new community spaces in the North Suffolk Library. So now that library has space as well. And then we started design and planning of this building in 2020. And it was actually March of 2020. So we all know what was happening there. So it really challenged us to figure out, how do we engage with the community, really find out what does the community need and want in this building when we couldn't have physical contact. So we did a lot of virtual things, virtual ambassadors, really to make that happen. And the result is what we're here to celebrate today. And in response to that community feedback, we now have 10 study rooms, 2 conference rooms, and 1 large meeting space, which is behind you, that holds up to 100 people, including a warming kitchen, really bringing that space and that reality from what we heard from the community. There are also lots of other spaces, of course, lots of room for books, spaces for all ages inside and outside, which you're experiencing today, because we knew we could never confine ourselves to our walls. We wanted to make sure we were able to break out into the outside spaces. My repeated theme throughout, and I know my staff have heard it constantly, is how can we be flexible and versatile, not tying ourselves to our walls, and make this building responsive to community needs now and in the future. And this is really about creating that opportunity for people to thrive. How do we give them that opportunity? I do want to stop and recognize Sarah Townsend, who was my first assistant director when I got here, and she is now the director of the Kenosha Public Library in Wisconsin, but she was really the driving vision and really challenging me to make this library what it is, and came up with creative solutions and led us to action. I'm more the details person, and actually, during this process, many people were saying, "Clint, you're focusing too much on details," and I actually take that as a compliment. So I think you'll see it today. And one of my philosophies is to really under-promise and over-deliver, and I hope you'll hold me to that when you see the building. And I know you'll be impressed with all the things we're able to include in one space. And as we move to our next chapter, I challenge all of you to imagine the possibilities for your library. Thank you.
Thank you, Clint. Libraries have long been recognized as essential cornerstones of strong communities. They create opportunities for lifelong learning, foster innovation, preserve our shared history, and provide welcoming spaces where everyone belongs. Investments like this one we celebrate today are demonstrated by a commitment to strengthening our communities and improving quality of life for generations to come. And Governor Abigail Spanberger recognizes the significance of this milestone and has sent a special letter commemorating today's grand opening. It is my pleasure to welcome Russell Schwartz, representing the Office of the Governor of Abigail Spanberger, who will share the governor's congratulatory letter. Please welcome Mr. Schwartz to the lectern.
All right, good morning, Suffolk. How are you? I promise to be brief. My seatmate, Ms. Dooman, will give me a signal if I'm going too long. So it's my honor to deliver this letter on behalf of Governor Spanberger. I'll read it now. On behalf of the Commonwealth of Virginia, I'm pleased to extend my sincere congratulations on the grand opening of the new Downtown Suffolk Library. This milestone marks an exciting new chapter for Suffolk and stands as a testament to the dedication, collaboration, and vision of all of those who helped bring this project to fruition. Achievements such as this greatly strengthen the vitality of communities across the Commonwealth by expanding access to essential public services and creating spaces that will serve residents for generations to come. May this new library serve as a lasting symbol of civic pride, progress, and the enduring values that unite and strengthen our communities. I wish you a productive and inspiring grand opening and offer my best wishes for the Downtown Suffolk Library's success in the years ahead. Sincerely, Governor Abigail Spanberger. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Schwartz. And please extend our sincere appreciation to Governor Spanberger for recognizing this important milestone in Suffolk. At this time, we have another special presentation. As you all know, a project of this magnitude takes vision, dedication, and true partnership. We are grateful to the entire E.T. Gresham team for their hard work in helping to bring this beautiful new library to life. Today, E.T. Gresham is also demonstrating their commitment to our community in another meaningful way with a generous $3,000 donation to the Friends of the Library. I would like to invite Mr. Billy Gresham to the lectern, as well as our representatives from Friends of the Suffolk Public Library to present the check and take a quick picture. As we conclude today's ceremony, I want to thank each of you for joining us on this historic day for the City of Suffolk and for Suffolk Public Library. Before we move on to the ribbon cutting, I'd like to remind everyone that today's celebration is just getting started. On the back of your program, you'll see a schedule of activities and events that are taking place all day long. We hope that you'll stay, explore, and check out this incredible new library, meet our wonderful staff in their tie-dye t-shirts, and enjoy everything that we've been planning for you. A special thanks goes to Cure Coffee for providing iced coffee, smart idea, today. And we appreciate your partnership as you come and join us in our Downtown Suffolk restaurant scene, I think next month. And now for our final instructions. We will be making our way from the Lee Street Plaza, which is right here, to the front entrance of the building on West Washington Street. That's where we're going to cut the ribbon. Police will shut down the roads, but there'll be no cars. Thumbs up, right, Chief Bowie? Okay. So at this time, I'd like to invite our Suffolk Public Library employees, so I want every tie-dye t-shirt we have, to stand behind the ribbon, because you guys really are the backbone here. And then all of our dignitaries, I would like you guys to stand up by the ribbon. Those giant scissors will be held by Mayor Duman and Clint Rudy. And if you were on the program today, you are invited to come and help cut the ribbon. So this is a space and a place for everyone. So we will count down together and we will open this building and we will get in the air conditioning. All right, let's cut the ribbon.
What blows my mind is all these people here. I knew a lot of folks were going to show up, but it is above and beyond anything that I had hoped for.
We are at the grand opening of the new Downtown Suffolk Library. We are able to fit almost everything that you could want in a library and beyond that you couldn't think of in 37,000 square feet.
1999 is when I first started talking about this project, and it's come to fruition today. And I hadn't even imagined it being this great.
A lot of those ideas that we had and working with the community on pulling all this together, it's just great to finally get to see this in 3D and be able to walk around and experience everything. A lot of hard work from a lot of people.
The people, the energy, creating that space where people can feel welcome.
There's so much to do here and so many cool spaces to hang out in.
I like how there's different sections, different areas for the kids, the teens, the adults.
There's a lot more to do. A space where you can go and do like really big events.
It's really beautiful. I was not expecting all the different things to do in there besides just books.
Actually, in northern Suffolk, where I came down here, it's beautiful. It's nice. I'm gonna take him here a lot because he loves it.
It's fantastic. We like how much more options there are for the kids to play with.
Everything impresses me, and it's absolutely wonderful.
I'll tell you one thing, this has been a long time coming. It's worth every minute of it, and I think the people are going to enjoy it. I think it's really something for everyone.
Wonderful. Very exciting day. Last time I was in here was hard hat, and to see the finished product is amazing.
I think it's going to be a game changer. New opportunities for our kids, for our businesses, and then a lot of opportunities for college students.
It's great, especially for the kids. I want to make sure the kids feel right at home. Whatever they need, we got it here.
As we're welcoming people in the space, and we tell them about all the things we have, is that everything is free, as where we can make it, reducing those barriers.
And as we move to our next chapter, I challenge all of you to imagine the possibilities for your library.
This is going to be a big traffic generator on this part of downtown, a big driver of a lot of things happening.
Hopefully this will be a great asset for our city for decades to come.
Libraries are for everyone. And my staff are here to help you wherever you are in your life, because we find that libraries are often needed when your life changes and there's a change that you need help, and that's what we're here for.